Hi, Dot. How are you?
Hi, Camila. I'm fine. It's great to see you. How are you?
It's amazing to see you. I'm fine. I'm great. Oh, I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. I haven't told you. I didn't tell you.
I haven't, we would say I haven't told you. I think in the
I
USA
I
they would say
haven't
I
told you.
didn't. Yeah, I haven't told you.
So I haven't told you yet, but tomorrow I'm going to get a vaccine. I'm going to be vaccinated.
Oh,
The first dose.
fantastic. Yeah, first,
Yeah.
oh, that's great news. Good
I'm so
news,
happy. I'm
Camila.
so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
I'm going to, wow, I am very excited about that.
Yeah, you should be. You should be. It's brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to
good
get
news.
vaccinated with two friends, and we want to go with matching t-shirts. We we want to
Good.
take a picture. We are very excited.
Yeah, it's
Very
like a party, like a
like a
party.
party.
But Camilla, you have to be socially distanced to take the photograph.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. We are going to take the photo receiving a vaccine.
Oh,
My brother,
right.
he's a professional photographer,
Photographer. Mhm.
photographer. So it's a big deal
That's
for us.
crazy. That's
So
good.
he's going to take
I like
pictures.
it. I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. But
Yeah.
so we are here today to discuss something that I'm always, as I told you before, I had a hard time on talking about condition. I don't even know what it is, like first condition, third condition, but I would like to practice with you, like in a
Okay.
conversation.
Yeah.
So I created some questions, and I would like to ask you some questions so I could see how you would answer them. And
Okay.
then I could go and try to answer them myself. Like after you answer them, I would pay close attention and then I would try
Okay.
to.
I hope they're not
So
too difficult.
they are. They might be a bit funny, but yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. I have so many. Let me pick one. Okay. So, Dot, if humans lost the ability to see all colors except one, which color would you want to survive?
So if humans lost the ability to see all colors except one, which would I want to survive? I would want the color yellow to survive. Yeah, you can probably tell this is my kitchen and this is yellow.
Is it your favorite
um,
color?
well, it's not my favorite color to wear, but I just love it because it's so happy. It's the color of sunshine and spring. We have lots of yellow flowers in the UK in spring, and I just think it's a happy color. So yeah, I would like yellow to be the one color that survived.
Very
What
well.
about you? What color would you like to survive, Camila?
Okay, if we lost the ability to see all colors except one, the color I would want to survive is a difficult question. Wow, you answered it pretty well. I want to say white, but it probably would be very
No, why
white,
not?
right?
Yeah, why not?
Everything white. Yeah. No, it would be sad. White would be sad. I would say yellow too. I do agree with you that yellow is a very happy color.
Okay.
I would like to see
Okay.
yellow,
So
and it
we
is my favorite color. Yeah,
okay. We are agreed on
we
that.
are
That's good.
we are
Okay.
agreed on that. Yeah. Okay, next question. Dot, if you were a dictator of a small country and you had to behave like a dictator, what crazy dictator things would you do?
Oh my goodness.
If you were
Okay.
a
Okay,
dictator,
Camila.
if you were a dictator of a small country,
I don't know where these questions are coming from, but
very
okay.
creative.
If I was a dictator of a small country, I would make sure that well, some maybe serious things, that everybody was educated, everybody went to school, all boys and girls, until they were 16 at least, maybe 18. I would make sure everybody was vaccinated for everything. So there's my public health coming out, but no, I wouldn't force them. I would make sure everybody ate chocolate as much as they wanted, and everybody learned to dance properly. Everybody has to learn to dance, yeah, whether they like it or not. So that every month there is a big party, and I'm invited to the party. Yeah, every month.
Is it a specific dance or any dance?
Any dance, but I think South American dancing is good, but I'm hopeless at it. So like maybe salsa or rumba. Yeah, South American dancing. Yeah. Or you could do English country dancing. If you've never seen that, you've missed a treat. We do have. Oh yeah,
how is it called?
English country dancing. Like you dance with it. Like it's like if you've seen American square dancing, yeah, they got it from us.
Wow, I'll make sure to search that. Cool, okay. Cool. I love your answer. Wow. Have you ever thought about that before, or is it just spontaneous?
No, I've never thought about that before. This is a crazy question. So, Camila, come on, you tell me, if you were the dictator of a small country, what would you do? What would you make sure happened? Or what would you do?
Your answers are so great that I want to copy them all. But well.
No, you're not allowed.
Not allowed. Okay. So if I were a dictator of a small country, I would make sure that everyone had a cat. Everyone everyone had a cat. Everyone we would have like the city. Every city would hold a book club, and everyone would have to read a book and participate in that book club. I would make sure that everyone meditated at least 2 hours a day, 1 hour in
goodness.
Everyone in my country would have to meditate 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night. Everyone would have to speak at least 5 languages in my country.
Well, that's because you can speak 5 languages. Yeah.
We would have five official languages in my country.
Okay. I hope English is one of them.
Yes, of course. Yes, definitely yes.
Good.
Yeah. English would be the science language. I always think of English as an objective language, like to the science. But if in our houses would probably speak Spanish in the house. Yeah, in different occasions. At church, would speak Italian if people would go to church. Church is not. Yeah. Okay, so it's a crazy question indeed. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting though. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move to the third question. Okay, so if when you died, you could cease to exist or wander the earth forever, never being able to interact with anything, which would you choose?
Oh, that is a really, really hard question. The reason I think it's hard is because I can't imagine not existing. I know that's what many people believe is going to happen when they die. I'm not sure what I believe is going to happen. But I think simply because I can't imagine not existing, I think I will have to choose the opposite one. But I would hate it. I would hate wandering the earth and not being able to interfere in people's lives. I would love to interfere and tell them they're doing things. You're doing that wrong. You need to do it like this. And I would hate it, but at least I'd get to watch what was happening, wouldn't I? Yeah. Oh my goodness, that'd be so sad. Yeah. Can I tell the other ghosts about it though? Can I tell the other ghosts or the dead people about what's happening on the earth? Yeah,
you could comment.
That's all right. That's okay. That's not so bad.
Yeah, it would be like television, like watching a show.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We would comment.
Gosh, that is a really Hard question. You've obviously spent time dreaming these up. So come on, you tell me what if you, I can't remember how you put the question now, but if
Yeah.
you, when you died, if you had to choose between ceasing to exist or wandering the earth, but being unable to interact, which would you do?
Oh, wow. Okay, so if I had to choose between ceasing to exist or wandering around the earth, could I say wandering around or
Wandering,
wandering the earth?
not wandering, wandering the earth.
Wandering the earth,
Mhm.
wandering the earth.
Mhm.
I guess I am with you on this. I cannot imagine myself not existing, which is extremely weird because I was just listening to a podcast the other day and the guy was talking about the unconsciousness that we have while dreaming, while sleeping, actually. And if we were to die in our sleep, we would never know the difference. Like, because we are not existing, or at least not existing consciously
That's right, consciously.
in
Yeah.
that moment.
Mhm.
So, and then I was thinking, so every time we go to bed is like dying and ceasing to exist for a brief period of time. And
Suppose so, yeah.
yeah, it's ceasing to exist. And sometimes we are even a bit frustrated when we are waking up from a great dream, like, oh, why did that alarm had to, yeah. So, but it's difficult to think of not existing. So I would wonder the earth,
Wonder, yeah, wonder, yeah.
wonder the earth forever, watching
Mhm.
people living without
Yeah,
interfering. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah. So I have another question for you. So this one I mentioned for you before. If you had to be hunted, now that we are in the topic of dying, so if you had to be hunted by a ghost for the rest of your life, but could choose which that person the ghost would be, who would you choose as your ghost? It's your personal ghost.
This is a really hard question because and you have to say, sorry, I'm correcting your pronunciation, but I hope you don't mind.
No,
Is
please.
you have to say haunted because otherwise it
Haunted,
sounds like hunted. Yeah,
haunted,
haunted, haunted.
haunted, haunted.
Yeah,
Thank you.
haunted. Oh my
Haunted.
goodness. I don't know. I want to say somebody really virtuous, like Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela or some Mother Teresa, but actually, I think I'd like a good-looking guy. Really,
Okay.
I'm trying to think of all the good-looking guys that I've in the
Yeah,
past.
there is an Englishman that I think he's very looking, Hugh Grant. Do you know
Hugh
him?
Grant, but he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still
He's still
alive.
alive.
Yeah, yeah. But then when he dies,
Very
like,
good looking. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but there is an even more good-looking guy, English actor called Colin Firth, who was Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Darcy. Oh
And
my God.
yeah. Now he would definitely be the one, but he's still alive, so we can't have him. I think I would say you may not have heard of this guy, a guy called Omar Sharif, who was a famous Egyptian actor from years ago, but he was very famous for his role in a film called Dr. Zhivago, which was a love story from Russia. And this guy, I had a crush on this guy for so long, like when I was a teenager. So I think he's very good looking. I think if he was going to haunt me, that would be fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
But hang on a minute. Will he still look like he looked when he was young? I don't want some old guy, you know.
No. It's you can choose. You can choose the way he looks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So come on, you tell me, who would you like if you had to be haunted by somebody? Who would you like to haunt you?
Wow. As I was creating those questions or thinking of them, I was creating them for you. I didn't come. I didn't.
Okay, no, you don't have to answer then, because really you're doing it for me.
No,
Maybe.
yeah, no, but it's okay. I can try. I can try. So if I were to be haunted by a ghost, am I pronouncing correctly?
Yeah,
Haunted,
that's good. That's
haunted.
good. Very good.
If I
Yeah.
were to be haunted by a ghost, I can only think of people that are alive, but I guess I would go with someone in my family, but that would be probably could haunt me really. But yeah, I guess I would go with my grandmother that died
Oh,
before I met
yeah.
her. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a great idea.
yeah, I would choose her to be my ghost, just so I could get to know her, because I've never had a chance, but I don't know how would be the interactions. Like if they would just scares me, they would just scare me, or she
She
would.
wouldn't scare you. If she was your
Yeah,
grandmother, she wouldn't want to scare you. That would be really nice. Yeah, she could
yeah,
you could think she was looking after you.
yeah. It could be good, but it's better
Yeah.
not. It's better not to have a ghost around. But
Yeah,
if we had to
better
have,
not.
better not.
I'm going to be looking around tonight when I go to bed. I'm going to...
Where are you? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, next question.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. If you could level up any aspect of yourself, for example, intelligence, strength, charisma, but you had to decrease another aspect of yourself by the same amount, what aspects would you increase and which would you decrease?
Oh, goodness.
Difficult.
Um,
You have to
that's
think something you have a lot in something,
yeah.
so you could balance them.
I think if I've got this right, okay, I would like to be more patient, because I'm not a very patient person. So I would like to have more patience with people. I can be patient sometimes, but sometimes I'm very intolerant. And what would I like to decrease? I don't know. I think I'm right a lot of the time. I think I need to think not to think I'm right all the time. Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer. Cool. Okay, so my turn.
Yeah, if you want to, but you
No,
don't
I
have to.
do. No, I do want to.
Yeah.
I do want to. So if I were to increase something that I would like to have more, so I would like to, I would like to be more active. Like I'm a sedentary person. I don't like to exercise, so I would like to
Okay.
go and do more physical activities, to walk, to go to squares, and to be more active.
Okay.
So yeah, so I would decrease my creativity. I am very creative, and sometimes it bothers me that I'm always coming up with new ideas, and obviously I don't have enough time to put everything I think of as an idea out there. And sometimes I get a little bit sad because I don't have enough time. So I would like to have less ideas and be more practical and go out in the world and do things, exercising, and yeah, so.
Wow, that's interesting. I think that is a problem for people who have ideas, that people, not everybody is good at ideas, but the people who do very often have too many because they're always thinking of ideas. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
too
don't
many
have that.
ideas. You know,
No, but that's great being creative, isn't it? Yeah, they're great
yeah,
for some ways of life, or some jobs. They need creative people who have ideas, but actually if you work in a good team, then maybe you're not the person who then puts it into practice. There is somebody else to do that. So that would be ideal. I think you would be the ideas person, and then you have a team to put it into practice, and then you've moved on to something else.
That is good. That would be good. If I were to have ideas and give them, like, you execute, you delegate the execution,
Yeah.
that could be great. But yeah, but now it's not the case. So what I'm trying to do, it was something that a psychologist told me decades ago, or a decade ago, was like, write it down. Everything you think, write in a paper, keep it, and just by writing it down, think that it's done somehow, like you just put in paper, and one day you come back to it, and then you'll see if there's something that it's worth putting into practice or thinking of, or could be inspiring. So I do that a lot. I always work, because sometimes I will have ideas whilst talking to a student.
Yeah, whilst.
The first time I used that, I have heard that and
well
read that.
Done, yeah,
whilst.
Well done. Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I will write down, and by the end of the day, I would have some notes, something, because sometimes students, I don't know about yours, but my students sometimes will mention a movie or a video, and then I make notes so I can check. Do you do that too?
Yeah.
So I can check later?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So I write down ideas too, and then I put on a folder, and then, yeah, it's helping.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, because if you don't write things down, you forget them. You think you will remember, and you don't. They always say that to writers, don't they? That you must always have a notebook or something to write down anything that happens that occurs to you, because otherwise you forget. Great habit.
Yeah, it is. Oh, we obsess over things. Like, so it feels to me like when it's like emptying my mind. And then I don't have to keep hold informations, because sometimes people tell you things and you're like, oh my God, I need to remember, like, that this person's birthday, this tea, this thing that I'm supposed to have. I cannot forget. So when you write it down, it's like, okay, so
it's gone.
Like
you don't have to remember it now. You can because it's there.
Yeah. You have empty space.
Yeah. Empty space. You can then fill up again.
Fill up again. Love that.
Yeah.
So I'll go to the next question.
Okay.
So if money wasn't a concern, where you would live, that you what let me let me try it again. If money wasn't a concern, where would you, my God, it's difficult.
If money wasn't a concern,
if money wasn't a concern, where would you live? What would you do? And what would your lifestyle look like if money wasn't a concern? And then you tell me, money is not a concern, Camila, come on. I do. I'm already living the life I wanted.
Money is not, well, it is a concern because you have to live, but
if you have limited money,
unlimited money,
unlimited.
Well, because I have a partner, then I would be, I hope we would, be living together somewhere. Gosh, that's really difficult. What I would like to do is live in not a massive house, but a biggish house in the countryside, but actually not far from where I live, because where I live I'm in the edge of a city, which is all right, it's not so great, but in Yorkshire, where the countryside around is just beautiful, it's lovely. So I would live there, and in the house I would open it as a holiday house for refugees, so that people, no, seriously, I know this sounds a bit corny. I don't want it to sound corny.
But you've been working with refugees, right? You've been teaching them English.
Well, just working with them generally, asylum seekers and refugees. And since 2016, we've not huge numbers here, because in the UK, we don't take as many, I think, as we should. And places like Germany and Italy have so many. But I would, because they never get a holiday, they never go anywhere. They just live in horrible houses in the city until they get permission to remain here, or else they get sent back. Hopefully not. But it just so they could go and see the countryside, go for walks, have picnics, have barbecues, and have somewhere to be. You know, like a group, and then another group, and then another. I would love that, and make them sing. I'd make them sing because I like singing. Yeah.
You like
but
singing,
then
or they like singing?
I like singing, so they need to sing. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
And dance.
I would love to do that. But then I would also want to go to Italy every year and Austria, because I have a son who lives in Austria. And I love it. Austria is just such a beautiful country, but so is Italy. But then I want to travel to Brazil. No, I don't know, because I've got to think. I'm thinking of the climate now. I know I don't think I will ever fly again. Really, seriously. Yeah.
Why? You're afraid to?
No, because of the climate. Because I think we have to stop flying. So I think I would go on the train to Italy and to Austria, which I've done a few times before. I know I'm still traveling, but it's not flying. So I may not be able to come to Brazil. See,
but I'll come to you. I'll come to you eventually.
yeah, but you've got to stop
England.
flying as well. We've all got, no, we don't have to maybe stop flying completely, but I think we have to reduce it so much.
Yeah.
But if that wasn't a problem, I would come to Brazil and see you as well.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
you tell me now, what would you do? If money were no object, so you can say if money was no object, or you can say if money were no object, which is a bit weird.
Object.
Yeah,
object.
If it was no problem, if it was no
object. Yeah. Oh, cool. So if money was not an object, I would do something like you, but for cats. I would love to have, how do you call the houses? Shelters.
A cat shelter?
I would love to have a cat shelter, because I don't think that people, at least not in this country, value cat as much as they do value dogs, but I think it's changing now. But I especially at my mom's city, there people, they treat cats like they were plagues. Is that a word? Yeah, rats, like
or a plague.
A plague. Yeah. So they poison cats and they do terrible things to cats, and that it makes me sick of what they do. So I would try to.
Horrible.
It is indeed. Yeah. I would try to raise a consciousness to the cat cause or to the animal cause.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
I would like to do that. But also I would like to live in an apartment. I don't know how to call the apartment that is like the top in the building. Like
the attic or
in an attic.
The loft. Yeah.
The loft, like I could see the town, the city, the whole city, and I could have sunlight. I would like to, I do love to dance. So in my attic would have like a room for dancing with the lights, and just for me to practice dancing. I would love to. Yeah, but actually, when I think about that, we actually don't need much. Like, we don't have like unlimited money to have certain things. Maybe we just have to work a little bit more, and it's possible. I hope I'll do that in some decades. I would have that.
Yeah, maybe. You don't need unlimited money. No, you can do a lot with maybe the same money or a little bit more. Maybe you just have to stop doing some things, and then you can do other things. Maybe a bit more money, but you don't need tons of money. You really don't.
Yeah, exactly. So the last question before we go, we are running out of time, but let's do one last. If it's okay. Okay, so what laws would you abolish if you could? Or what laws would you create if you prefer? You could decide what laws would you create, or what laws would you abolish if you could?
Oh, that's really difficult.
It is. Can I go
Because I think,
first?
yeah, you go first. Yeah,
Okay,
that makes it
okay,
easier. And
okay.
makes me,
So,
yeah.
if I could, I would. Oh, it's difficult, but it's related to the animals. It's related. I think if I could create laws, I would. Well, it's complicated because it's related to a lot of things like economic things and things that were the way they are forever, like the animals. I would establish like a limit amount of meat, if any, for people to consume. Because I do think in this country people tend to eat a lot of meat, and
Really? Okay.
yeah, and not only that, but there are a lot of soya plantation, like the to the and I don't know how to explain that. Maybe I should look for words and I'll try next time. But I would try to I don't know, I want to say incentivize, is that a word?
Yeah, yeah,
Incentivize
absolutely.
people to eat healthy and to think about the animal costs. So I would try to bring awareness to this, how the animals are killed, how they live in jails and kitchens, no, chickens,
Chickens.
and
Yeah, yeah,
etc. So people would
yeah.
start eating less and less meal, but also bringing like options, not only take the meal, but also substitutes and things like that. I would try to invest in this awareness. Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you?
I'm still thinking. I honestly don't know. I think probably in the UK we have quite a lot of laws to protect animals, but also the way we do farming is pretty. It's quite good in lots of ways. It may not be perfect, but it's much better than many places in the world. The farmers have to look after their animals really well, and there are many restrictions and that things they can't do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I think
Okay.
I would make a law that every
Mm.
child has to have a computer.
Ooh.
Every single child has to have a computer, because when we had the first lockdown, there were so many children who were trying, 3 children in a family on one mobile phone, trying to do school lessons. This is in the UK. So how it was in other countries, I don't know. But every child needs a computer now. So
Yeah.
that is one thing. And I don't know. I think what would I abolish? What would I abolish? I can't think of anything. That's really
But it's okay.
that's horrible.
It's okay. Those questions,
It's
I
really
guess
hard.
they caught you by surprise because they are very different from what we are used to answer. Because I didn't want to questions like, what would you do if you won the lottery? What would you do if you were a man? What would you do if you
Like you normally get in English
yeah,
books. Yeah.
yeah. I wanted
Yeah.
things more but they are harder. But it's okay.
Challenging. Yeah.
Challenging.
And
Yeah.
as soon as we finish, I will think of lots of things that I
It's
haven't
how
said, of course.
it happens usually in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
what happens.
but I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being so
No,
open to my ideas. Thank you
you're
for
welcome.
always participating. It's such a pleasure to be here with you. And when I rewatch your lessons, I get so happy.
Do you? I think your channel is great. I'm not just saying that because you're recording me. I said it before we started recording.
You
Didn't
did.
I? I think it's such a great idea that and especially you're speaking in different languages. I'm not sure I could do that, but it's great, and I wish you good luck with it. And I enjoy doing this because it's very different for me. So good luck with it, and I wish you every success, Camila.
Thank you, Dot. So you have a great week.
Yeah,
and we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That was great. Enjoyed it.
That was great. Bye. Thank you. You
Bye.
too.
Bye. Bye.